founder, Eugene Kozenak, will present. Eugene?
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Eugene Kozenak. I'm a serial entrepreneur, having started several companies and nonprofit organizations. I find myself often in a meeting where we're sitting and one person in our group is leading the company, and everybody has that scared stare looking around going, what did they do? How do we replace this excellent employee? How do we clone him? You ever heard anybody saying, we need to clone this person, he does this job really, really well? Firstly, seeks to enable companies not to clone employees, but to be able to transfer best practices and disseminate information in the company. Every one of you has a job because you know something, or you have an ability to do something really well. And with Firstly, it's an online platform that enables anybody to go in and document different processes, allowing your coworkers or family, friends to access information so you know how to do something well. You don't need to reinvent the wheel all the time, but you need to improve the wheel and you need to scale the production and sale of wheels. So that's what Firstly seeks to enable every company to do, to document processes well. And the reality is that the job you're doing today, next year, your processes will be different because technology, because the environment, everything changes. So your processes need to be always constantly updated. With Firstly, as you document the process, it's easy to go back in, change one step, modify something, so there's always information that's there. So Firstly seeks to be a platform that enables companies to scale. Every time you bring a new employee, they say, what do I do? It's very simple. An administrator can log in and say, these are the processes this job role requires. You can start doing your processes right now because you can see step-by-step instructions. So companies that seek to reduce cost, they look for ways to innovate. They can document better best practices. They can see opportunities to expand and scale, bring more employees faster on board, so the onboarding process is efficient. You can also set better quality standards. If you see that an employee is missing some steps, not doing the job well, it's very simple to say, I want you to follow this process exactly, and then I know how to ensure that the quality that we produce in terms of services or products is at the right level. And also, with Firstly, a company can fuel innovation. We're just talking about the need for all the employees to feel empowered, that they're being heard, that what they have good ideas, how to improve the process is noticed by the upper management. So anybody can log into the system and say this process can be done better if we can change these little elements. So everybody can feel empowered and contribute to the success of the company. Again, it's a cloud platform. It's working on a pay-as-you-go basis. We're charging $5 per user per month. So depending on the number of employees every company has, that's the cost associated. Any questions? Yes.
What type of employee would benefit the most from it? I'm thinking like quick serve or incorporation. I mean, what type of employee would benefit the most from using the platform?
The question is, what type of employee would benefit most from the service? The system is built so simple that even an individual, I'm thinking, let's say a mother wants to send instructions and a process how to do a bedtime routine for a child. It can be as simple as that. For companies though, the business itself gets to create a tangible asset, the knowledge, the corporate knowledge of all the employees' experience. Individually, each employee can benefit by knowing that if my coworker went on vacation and I can't reach them or something happened and a process needs to get done, I can log in and see this person's processes and I can continue the work, I can help the company. So that's the benefit. The more everybody documents what they do, the more stability the company gains overall. Otherwise, some of my clients are marketing companies, sales organizations, remodeling companies that just have a lot of contractors. So not all of you people that work with your company are on your payroll and you can demand that they do certain standards. But let's say you have a contract where you say, this is exactly how we want you to do things in our company. So it can be a variety, really anybody.
Do you see this as being sold to like major corporations or mid-sized companies that maybe don't have the resources and people? Or even like a university or an education market? Or?
The question is, can this be used for bigger companies, educational markets? Anybody needs a need for knowledge management. The go-to solution today is SharePoint. And I'd like you to raise your hand if you love SharePoint. I've never seen a hand go up. And the reality is that it's a very difficult system. The moment you say SharePoint, you're really saying we need a guy that knows how to manage and run SharePoint. And then, sorry, you can't have it on your phone. So firstly, addresses all these issues by being simple, by being accessible on all kinds of devices. And it can be deployed as a large organization or small teams that just need to know the processes for that specific situation. With a strong user management system, the administrator assigns processes to each person. So every user doesn't log in and see everything. They just see what's relevant to them. For example, you need to submit a requisition request or a reimbursement request. The HR sets those rules, and everybody is in read mode. They see that process readable but not editable, because you don't need to be changing the company's processes. But what pertains to your job, you get to edit, you get to modify, so the team collaborates on what's relevant to them.
I'll talk to you after I presented the software process sections network. Your structure, is it BPM 2.0, value streaming structure? How do you structure that knowledge information?
The question is, how do you structure this information? It's fairly simple. You can create folders within the company. Stop by my booth, I'll give you a demo. It's very hard to explain visual relevant information. The simplest I can say is, if you know what Pinterest is, Pinterest is just boards with guides in them. This is a closed Pinterest. You control who accesses your information. Social media lets us just, throw out there all kinds of information, how to make a better pizza and, whatever else. But the core business knowledge for every company needs to be closed. The company needs to control who has access to that information. So the guides are based on user management access.
That's a DoD prospect.
That'd be great. Thank you.